That is the person. I mean, my first year in coaching, I made $12,000. Like, that's terrible. We have coaches now doing that in a day.
What's up, guys? We're here at Fitboss Weekend. We have an amazing weekend planned for fitness coaches from across the country. Big Mike and several other awesome speakers are going to be speaking. Mike, why don't you tell people about what you're going to be talking about this weekend?
Man, first I want to say thank you so much to everybody coming out and supporting Fitboss and supporting AR and everyone else. This weekend, we're going to talk about getting leads inside your business, all the mistakes that happen when coaches first start. So I'm super excited to shed some light on psychology and some tactics and some strategies to help you get more leads inside your business. So let's get it. My name is Mike Krausen, co-founder and CEO of ARFunnel.io.
And what's up? My name is Baker Shields. I am the COO and co-founder of AR Funnel, and we just want to kind of give you guys an intro of who we are and kind of what we do within the company.
The biggest thing that I do inside the company is really trying to see the vision and the tactics that I'm constantly seeing inside the marketplace, so we can constantly teach coaches how to get more leads, have more successful conversion rates, and using tactics that are going to be cutting edge, whether it's through AI, whether it's through automations, so we continue to build the business and get more revenue.
And I'm more focused on the retention and actual client servicing side of the company. So I am everything operations, everything from managing our team, putting people in the right spots to make sure that they can be successful within our company, and also make sure that our clients are serviced at every single level that they need to be serviced. So it really makes for a great just kind of marriage of our skill sets, and he can kind of focus on bringing ideas to the table, and then I can focus on how can we execute this, how can we put this into action and serve our clients at the highest possible level.
I think that any coach that's doing less than 6 figures a year, like, the first thing you have to do is take action and do those things that I enjoy doing and pushing the needle forward as fast as possible. Once you start to break that 7-figure mark, you really have to start slowing down. Not that you stop implementing and stop doing new ideas, but you can't be haste. You have to be a lot more strategic in the execution, because the pitfall of the mistakes becomes so massive that actually can cripple the business because of the overhead or because of the infrastructure, or that one mistake now happens to many people and not just one. So I think it's a really good balance that, hey, we got to push forward, we've got to take action, which is what we teach so often. But once you start to really scale, you've got to take that step back and be like, all right, let's really assess what's important versus what's just flashy. You guys, man, I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Can we get up for Ruben one more time for hosting this beautiful event today? So Ruben talked about a lot of things that I want to hit on today. I'm going to talk a lot about psychology of meeting the lead where they're at versus where you want them to be. I know everybody wants them to be in their bank account with that card swiped. There's a lot that goes into making that happen. And I want to talk about why it's not working and how you can improve it. And I want you to actually be able to take things away from today and implement them immediately into your business. So there's one thing that Ruben said right off the bat, telling his story, was becoming the person that he wants other people to become. Or at least he wanted to become his best self, and then people asked him about his fitness. One of the things that I got asked oftentimes when I was coaching is how much you bench. Use a lot of protein, how much you eat. And what that really is just a reflection of what it is you're trying to do. If people aren't asking you those questions, then you might need to ask yourself, am I actually looking the part of what I'm trying to help people become? Because like, if I want to become super wealthy, I'm not going to ask somebody driving a Corolla. And if I want to be in really great shape, I'm not going to ask somebody that's not in really great shape. So like, if you want to attract your ideal client, be your ideal client. I'm going to talk a lot about attracting your ideal clients today, because your ideal client really isn't just about the person that's willing to pay you, but it's the person that you want to pay you. There's a really big difference between those. Because I've had a lot of different business from a lot of different people, but it actually didn't serve me, or it was more work because it was outside my niche. It was a little different realm. In fitness, it's really gym pop versus bodybuilding. Or we're going to talk about functional health versus just normal weight loss. And so you got to really find out who you're trying to go after so that you can speak to them in a more ideal way. So today I want to talk about why trying to get clients actually kills your business. I know that probably sounds a little bit strange, but it's the truth. So So these are my 6 key pillars that I really try to teach everybody. And most people start with these 2 in the red. We're going to post on social media, and we're just going to close deals. And that's how it starts, and that doesn't happen. It makes us really frustrated, and then we either decide to quit or we pivot. We decide to come to an event and learn, which you should really pat yourself on the back for coming, because my life changed the first event I went to. So what I'm actually going to talk about today is getting leads and lead nurturing. Because these are the 2 things that people struggle with the absolute most in every single business that there is. But when it comes from a service-based business, when you're selling as yourself, you really don't know how to get leads because you're trying to get clients. And you don't know how to lead nurture because you expect everybody to just buy from you because you got a business. And that's not how this works. And if you have a website and you thought, well, I built a website, why don't people start buying from it? We're going to learn exactly why that doesn't work today. So my promise to you in the next 45 minutes is hopefully you know how to do both. And that's my promise. And if you do what I tell you and take action on it, you will get 10 to 50 new leads in your business in the next 24 hours. That's my promise to you. And hopefully, we make those things happen. But there's one key word here. It's action. Don't be the writer, be the doer. Okay? Don't be the YouTuber, don't be the reader, be the action taker. So, selfishly, my goal is, that's the best advice I've ever heard on getting leads. I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, that's what I want you to leave with today. Okay, I'm going to put practical knowledge and psychology out there so you go, damn, that does make a lot of sense. Why not do it that way? So, I want you to meet George here. George is a purple dinosaur. And a purple dinosaur is, and please write this down whenever it comes to you today. If there's something I say that makes you feel some type of way, that is a light bulb moment. I need you to write that down. It's probably something that you know you need to do or stop doing. If you get a feeling, you're a purple dinosaur. And if I said in the beginning, hey, do you feel like your ideal client, your best self, people come after you, and they want to hire you, you don't feel your best self? You're a purple dinosaur. Become in the best shape that you can possibly be to attract your ideal clients. Live the lifestyle that you want of the mental health if you're trying to attract people that have a mental health and you want to help them in that way. Like, become the person that you want people to hire you to help them become. Otherwise, you're just a hypocrite. If you feel it, write it down. It's important. So who am I? Well, I'm now bald. That's obvious. But I've recently reconnected with Christ. I recently got married. I'm an ex-bodybuilder. I like to think I'm a meathead turned marketer. I was born on a farm in Alabama, 23 years old. And I moved to New York, LA, Dallas, St. Louis. While I was here last night, just got house under contract, moving back to Dallas to be with my partner, Baker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I've been published on 4 book covers. That's how my journey started, oddly enough. And they're like smut novels, which is basically Favio. And if you don't know who that is, go ask your parents. They'll know who that is. So I'm also a co-founder of Rise Supplements. And I'm sure most of you know that brand at this point. It doesn't look like this because it was, 7 years ago now? And I sold that company 1 year in. We all make bad decisions. That's one of them. That company, I would have been worth 9 figures at this point. Coffee Over Cardio, it's a supplement company I had last year I sold. We ended up doing about 10 million in sales before letting it go. And I learned a lot about what you're going to learn today through selling coffee. Okay, and you're like, well, that makes no sense. If you can sell $10 million worth of a $15 bag of coffee, it's about getting leads, not making sales. And so be able to get somebody to buy the most competitive product in the entire world, because coffee is commodity right beneath oil, you're going to learn that I had a really hard struggle in doing it, but there's a lot of things I learned along the way. And one of those I'm going to talk about is niche. So I've also done marketing since 2018. As coffee company grew, people were like, can you help me do the same thing? I was like, sure, pay me $500. And they're like, okay. I'm like, we're rich. But I've worked with these companies I've consulted for these companies or partnered with these companies in some fashion, which they're all fitness-based. I haven't worked with a company that hasn't been fitness-based. Again, pick a niche and stick to it. Does anybody recognize any of these, just out of curiosity, of who's in the space?
Yes.
Okay. For the last 19 months, me and my business partner, Baker, have built and grown AR Funnel. Some of you are familiar, some of you are not familiar. But basically what we do is build out funnels and softwares for coaches, and we partner with other great business owners like Ruben to help provide a service for them. So basically what we are is a combination of ClickFunnels, Calendly, MailChimp, basically 17 other softwares all had a baby in one place. Makes the business job a lot easier. For example, how many people send emails? How many know they should send emails but they don't? Here we are. All right? Action, baby. So let's dive in. Out of everybody here today, who is a trainer and coach? Raise your hands. Who's a funnel builder? Okay. Who's a marketer? Okay. Who's a content creator? Who's all the above? You should probably write that down. Who's all the above? All of you are. You just don't realize it because you go, well, I'm just a coach. I'm just a content creator. It's like, no, you're a business owner. Business owners have to do all these things to be successful. So, who feel like they're great at being a coach? Okay, hopefully everybody raised their hand. That's why we're here. Who's great at funnel building? Okay. Who's great at marketing? Who's great at content creation? Okay, we got one good content creator over here. All right. Well, Ruben, I know, is solid at content creation. I'm jealous. So every business is great at certain things. And every online business is not great at certain things. And that's really important to realize so that you can start make the decisions you need to move in your business. Okay? Who here has over 50,000 followers? Okay? It's probably pretty good at creating content. Fair to say? Who gets new leads in their business every week? Okay? Probably also pretty good at marketing. Who knows how many leads their business must have before they acquire a new client? Probably good at building funnels and understanding your numbers. Who has a passion for helping other people achieve their goal? Well, that makes you a great coach by nature. So based on your weaknesses, you will struggle at certain levels of scaling the business. So it's important to hire help around you. Hire help, the things you struggle with. Social media, marketing, setters, funnels, right? Sales, assistant coaches, certifications. You've seen a million ads for this stuff online to help you in the areas you're weak. A lot of times, though, we think, well, like, oh, I can figure it out. Like, you can. I don't know how long it's going to take you, how much money you're going to lose in the process. But being in this room is just a sign that, hey, I'm trying to level up and realizing I don't know it all. And there's a lot of things that I didn't take into consideration building the other companies that I had that cost me tons of money. So before I dive into actually what I'm going to teach today, I just want to give a brief example here of this last slide. So in 2020, I spent $1.2 million in ads from a coffee company. And I probably lost $300,000 to $400,000 worth of profit because I was like, I got this. It's working. I am illiterate. I'm terrible at Excel. I don't understand numbers. I understand people. And even then, it's questionable, as Baker would say. Relationships are not my thing. Ask my wife. But it's like, why didn't I hire somebody to help me where I could have paid literally $15,000 a month and they would have saved me $300,000? But my ego got in the way of that. One thing you need to know, and write this down, it's going to cost you money either way. You're either going to lose it or you're going to invest it. And you need to understand the differences. It's going to take you 6 months and you're going to struggle to get there. Or you hire somebody to help you do it the right way and it speeds up the process. But it's going to cost you either way. And that took me a really, really long time to realize. I've been an online, well, I'd say a business owner since I was 19. I am 35 next month. I've worked for another company for 2.5 of those years. I didn't make 6 figures until I was 29 years old. And that means I grinded for 10 years on my own trying to figure it out. The next year, I joined a group that cost me $300 a month. And from there, my life changed. Because I realized, oh, there's a lot of shit I don't know. So I come to a room and learn from other people. And there's one thing I want you to get out of today, is that really what you're looking for is one sentence. You're not looking for an entire strategy to go home and be like, this is it. This is what I need for life. It's like, no, remember we talked about 1%. It's one sentence that's going to change the projection of your life. Last December, me and Baker spent $10,000 for a day worth of mentorship. Like, wow, what a terrible investment. But it's not what the 10K costs, it's what the 10K gets you. It's what the blueprint gets you. It's what the systems get you. It's what the people, the employees get you. And there's one thing I want you to take away is like hire A players only to help you build your business, because that's also going to cost you. So to hire the person that's, instead of their $3,000, it's $4,000, that player is going to be so much better than the 3K player that your business is going to excel to the next level. And if anybody has employees, and I assume you do, sir, you know how important obviously good employees are in the business. It's going to be game changing in the business. But let's dive into actually what I'm talking about today. So this is IG bio optimization. I don't care how big your business is, your amount of followers, your experience in coaching, one or multiple coaches, you have a team, your different type of niches, whether your offer is high or low, whether you're doing paid or organic traffic. This is a client of ours, and I'm going to literally just give a complete audit and break down how I think you should set up your Instagram bio to attract your ideal client. And a lot of what I'm going to talk about is not necessarily the what, but the why. Because then you can take these things and put it into your business, because your business is unique and it's different, and you are unique and you're different. And if you try to be like everybody else, you're going to blend in. So hopefully by today, you're able to separate yourself from the crowd. First things first, we got the handle. I really, really, really prefer you use your name, not your business. People are not going to buy from you until they buy into you. Okay? People go viral, businesses don't. People don't say, yeah, you should go work with such and such company. They go, no, you should go work with Ruben Brooks. So you are the person, so advertise you as the person, not the business. Stop trying to run yourself like a business, because it's about your origin story, am I right? So be the person. Don't become the business. Second thing's profile picture. Anybody a competitor in here? Just me? Okay. So when it comes to your profile picture, you want to attract your ideal client. So I'll give you few different examples. If you are a bodybuilder, I don't want you to post that you're on stage absolutely shredded when you train women trying to lose 30 pounds. You look great. However, it's irrelevant. Because you're not attracting your ideal client. You're actually intimidating them, and they're like, no way I'm working with you. And so if your business only grows off referrals, that's because somebody vouched for you even though you look like a meathead. So attract your ideal client by actually attracting your ideal client. I love a good waist up photograph. Tank top, preferably sports bra, something bright, smiling. Wish the kid was smiling. You want to attract and bring people in. You gotta remember that like insecurity is the #1 thing attached to this industry. So just because you look jacked doesn't mean you're going to get more people. You know what you're going to get? Kids. What do kids do? Broke. So if you want to attract ideal clients, speak to your ideal client. Okay, profile picture needs to attract ideal client. Your Instagram is your business card. People share you. They don't share your business. They don't be like, yeah, let me give you his telephone number. They'll be like, yeah, this is my coach. Slide the DM. I mean, we share things every single day to all of our friends. And we decide to follow those things instantly based off their name and their profile picture. Does your profile picture showcase you in the light that you want to be seen? Pretty simple. Okay? First thing here is our name or our title. What I like to do is obviously have our name, but I want to put something here that's kind of going to showcase a little bit about who we are, whether that's online coach, #1 fat loss, like something that's just a little more extra than your name. You've got space, use it. If there's one thing you need to learn about copy, it's that if you get 50 characters, you better use 50 characters. That comes for everything. Because if you're limited and you only put a little bit, well, you're not giving all the sales material or information they can learn from you that you're given. So if you had 100 characters and you use 5, I'm supposed to learn everything about you coming off of your reel that you spent so much time into creating off 5 words? Doesn't really make sense, right? So the title needs to make a statement. You want to be direct, not vague. For the love of God, do not put nutrition, mindset, fitness. Everybody does that. Be you, be unique, be different. Okay? Next, I like to call the first line here is who do I help and how do I help them? Details buy the reader's attention. Attention is the most expensive thing you can buy, and you have to capture it. We're goldfish. Whoever have the best hooks win. That's just attention. Gary Vee wrote a book on it, Day Trading Attention. If Gary Vee writes a book on it, it's probably important. Okay? Really want to focus on buying the attention. The next thing we have here I like to call is validity. Right? So we put 429 helped to get fit with a busy schedule. Validity. What makes you stand out from other trainers? Get creative if you're new. So I'll give you an example. It's off topic. So my coffee company, we set this up. Remember when I said this works for any type of business? It's like, you got to show validity. It's like, yeah, we've done 240,000 orders. I'm like, yeah, but I want some more jazz on that. Like, that's cool, but like, I want more. So we put 7.2 million cups of coffee served. How did we figure out that number? How many bags we sold? How many servings were in a bag? And that makes you go, damn, that's a lot of coffee. They must be legit. People must love this coffee. It's obviously true and tested. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Versus I said like 12 flavors, it's like, whoop-de-doo. You want to make a statement here. You really want to stand out, separate you from the crowd. So, if you haven't helped 400 people, how many people are in a group? You got a Facebook group with people in it? How many hours have you trained at the gym? I've been in the gym for 2 decades. Okay, well, I've only been here for 2 years. That's not really impressive. Great. How many hours did you work? Per week for 2 years. 20,000 hours in the gym? Okay, we're getting somewhere. Right? People's not going to do the math. But they are going to make an assumption about you. And it's for you to determine what assumption that's going to be. The next one here is a call to action. This is where it gets good. CTA, call to action. If people must assume, you'll not like what they have to assume. People do not take action. Let me repeat that again. People do not take action. When it comes to fitness, everybody walks past the mirror and they want to lose weight. They walk past the pantry and that goes out the window. So you have to actually get people when they're in the mindset of looking in the mirror. So to do so, I want to talk a little more about this, but it's Putting a call to action that's going to get somebody to learn from you, not buy from you. Remember, this presentation is why trying to get clients kills your business. It's because you're trying too hard. I know that sounds really weird, that the more you want it to grow, the less it is, but that's the truth. The next thing we'll talk about is highlights. I am so guilty here. And here's why. How many people have highlights that they don't know how old they are? Yeah, everybody? Yeah. So my suggestion is 5 to 6 total, 8 to 10 stories in each, replace after 8 weeks. Strangers watch highlights, your followers don't. What that means is that your Cabo trip from 5 years ago that you took on that brick you call an iPhone now, no one gives a shit about. Actually, you had different color hair and you were 20 pounds heavier. That's actually not a good look for you right now. Because you should be your best self right now. Because you're on that journey. You're leveling up. So that highlight you have 243 weeks ago is doing you a disservice. Versus like, well, it's a good memory. It's like, this is your business. No one gives a shit about your memories. So put your best content out there. Because strangers are watching it. I want to have the best impression possible. All right, so the next thing I've got is our first picture. Okay, pin post. A lot of people don't pin their post, but I'm going to suggest you do it, and here's why. Whether you're doing paid traffic, which is obviously really important because it's strangers, or cold traffic, which also gets strangers through organic. I like my profile picture here, my first one, sorry, not profile, my first pin post to be a family photo, your why, your story, your mission. Here's why. If you're a gentleman that is doing ads, whether you're doing cold outreach, and your target is women, and you're not showcasing your family, you are a creep. And who loves to buy from a family man? Everybody. I want the white picket fence in this photo. I want your dog in this photo. I want this to be you smiling so freaking hard because you've made it in life. Because that's what I want people to see of me. Because people just want to be happy. And if all your photos you don't look happy, they don't want to become you. So if you post pictures and you notice, hey man, I'm smiling more and get more likes, yeah, because they want to become that. Versus like you with your hood on, like, headphones, like no one wants to relate to that. No one wants to be depressed. Like, I can hear your hard times, but I want to be in your hard times. So this family photo, this why, is going to help people buy into you so they will then buy from you. The second one is a transformation photo. Notice there is no selfie. All right? If your client takes a selfie, you did a poor job as a coach. Because you didn't direct them how to make marketing content for you. If you just care about the results, your clients will get great results. But if you care about growing the business, you got to do the things to grow the business. Transformation photos, ideal client. I'm going to say this. Don't put a 10 in here. Okay? Don't put some dude that's so yoked that everybody goes, oh, man, I can't look like that. Don't put this girl in here in a bikini that can win a Hooters model contest, because that's not relatable. 70% of the population is overweight. They're going to be scared to death and be like, man, he only works for supermodels. I looked in the mirror this morning before I walked past the pantry. That ain't me. I can't become that. That's not relatable. Get you a good-looking 7, somebody that's made good progress, somebody that's not in bikini, somebody that's not falling out their top, somebody that's not just jacked and juicy, but somebody that is relatable to your ideal client. So if you train 40-year-old women, you should probably have a mom that's roughly 40 years old that's made some good progress. Not a 22-year-old person that everybody goes like, and then you look at people liked it and it's all men. It's not attracting your ideal client. No selfies. Okay, it's pretty simple to do. They take it and be like, I need you to retake it. Better than that, have better systems in place to be able to send them a document on how they actually need to take the photos. Here's an example. Remember, your marketing content is in your hands, not theirs. Okay, this caption. I'm really big on this caption because a lot of people think it's all about the results. And it is. It's just not the results in which you think. So the first thing I want to do talk about is 3 steps to this caption. And the first one is I want you to talk about the pain points that person's going through or went through in that first photo. I don't like to go out to eat with my husband because I feel guilty. I don't like to go shopping at Lululemon. I walk out depressed because I don't like the way I look in the clothes. I'm the one that says when somebody wants to take a photo, they designate themselves to take it. Or they crumb it up in the corner like this when they're taking the photos. Talk about those things because your ideal client, your reader, are also thinking those things. I need them to embody mentally what they're reading, not just physically what they see. Then the second part of the caption is the pain points to overcome. Sarah was able to take a family photo and send it out with her newborn baby on a Christmas card to her entire family. She'd never done that before because she was scared to death. Like, I want you to pull some heartstrings. I want you to make these people go, like, man, he helped her become happy? That's all I want. I just want to be happy. Oh, by the way, Sarah lost 25 pounds in 12 weeks. And whatever you do, do not self-promote on this. Don't steal Sarah's fame. Don't be like, if you want to achieve results like this, DM me the word fat loss now. You just killed it. You made it all about them, and now you made it all about you. Remember, we set up the bio to do all those things the right way. We don't need to sell, we need to help. There's a really big difference when it comes to growing your business. Pin post number 3, talking head video, speaking to this person right here. If you're a busy mom struggling to find food or snacks to take whenever you drop your kids off after school activities, here's my top 3. Speak to ideal client, speak to the person you help inside the bio, and how that tactic has helped all those other people you work with. Like, it all correlates. Like, each post is not on its own. Because also, too, remember, the people that are looking at these are new people. Remember what I said, like, this is your website. Okay? Talking head video, educational reel, speaking to your ideal client and a desired result. And you can put the same call to action in the caption or at the end of the reel as the same ones in your bio. Okay? Notes, Instagram is your website. If you have a real website that is irrelevant, no one's going to it, I don't care how much you paid for it. If this sucks, everything else is irrelevant. This is the number 1 driver of getting people to take action is your Instagram. And we sleep on it. Okay, people are not going to buy from you until they buy into you. I'm going to beat that into your head. It's the person. It's the coach, not the coaching. Okay? As you can see, now it kind of all makes sense to where it's like, you come to Frank's page, you see he's a nutritionist and fat loss coach, and he helps people that are busy lose 20, 40 pounds. He's helped 400-something people. I can get his free transformation blueprint. Man, it looks like this guy's cut up. Oh, he can help me lose 20 pounds. Oh, man, look, family man. Oh, let me click right here and look at his client wins real quick. Oh, man, that was 8 weeks ago. That's recent. But if your client win is 130 weeks ago, are you still a coach? You see how the psychology of this really makes a difference. Let's talk about applications. This is my favorite. Who has an application as their main card link in their bio? Or an application in a link tree? Anybody ever had one of those before? Most people do when they start. Hopefully I can break that down. Some of you people in here know this whole speech I'm about to give. You've seen it coming. But our link in bio. You need it to be easy to read. And it should go directly to a form to gather leads. Not directly to a place to get clients. Because the things you need to remember. After all the things I talked about and learned and with my e-commerce world, helping all those businesses that helped me actually get to where I am today, is understanding that a website converts at 3%. A successful 7-figure website has to be 3% to be successful. Has to be. And you know what? My coffee, it was 12 ounces. It was, you know what flavor it was? You know how long it took to ship to you? You knew that it was ground. You knew everything it is you need to know. 3 out of 100 purchase. How many people you got going to your stuff? You spending 1.2 million on ads? You spending 10,000 a month on ads? How many people you actually getting? So how is it actually going to convert and work for you? Oh, yours is custom, you got no details about how it works? Oh, you ain't getting 3%. You might get like 0.03%. So what you need to understand is that when we try to just build a website and send traffic to it, you're trying to run your business like somebody that spent tens of thousands of dollars in employees studying the analytics of that company to know exact words to use and the placement of the forms and everything on their page, but you just gonna mimic it. I did this for a long time. I realized when I actually get into the numbers, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I just did it because somebody else did it. If that somebody else has 200,000 followers, you ain't playing the same game because their conversion rate still is shitty. They just got more volume. And they're actually losing so much money, but they're like, I'm making 20 grand. I'm like, you could be making 75. How many people go to a website and get a pop-up where it's like, give me your name, number, and email. I'll give you 15% off. Free shipping. So that company that spends millions on ads does this, but we're not going to? So I hope that it's clicking. If big companies do it, why aren't you? So you want to give away free value in exchange for data. That's a lead. Better lead magnet, better quality leads you get, the more leads you get. Who roughly closes over 70% of their sales calls? Okay. 60? Who don't know? That's probably a better question. Okay. Who's taking 1,000 sales calls in here? I know you have. Okay. So if you're taking less than 1,000 sales calls and you close over 70%, you're an absolute savage of a closer. Or it's because people only apply when they're ready to buy. Let's say that again. People only apply, aka application, when they're ready to buy. Listen, I love hot leads. Baker, I wish we could get more, but they don't come by very often. If I could just talk to them, I could sell them. Everybody? Yeah. So what you're saying is that, well, let me get ahead of myself real quick. So who gets less than 100 applications a month? Okay. Who gets less than 75?
Just keep my hand raised.
Well, that's what. Keep it raised, my friend. Keep it raised. Less than 50, less than 25, less than 5. So you aren't getting the hot leads you want inside the business, but we're still using applications as a link in the bio. And you need more clients, so you keep posting. Like, I'm looking for 5 serious people. You post a hard call to actions. And you hate it. It becomes frustrating. And some days, you just feel like quitting. Because you just asking for clients. Like they just supposed to just sign up with you because you. I mean, you special. God made you just like the way you are. But that's in God's eyes. Any of that starting to feel some type of way? Who wants to build a funnel with me right now?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Things needed. This is my version of Hermosi right here. Tell people about your free stuff. Make a deal. Your stuff for their name, number, and email. Make sure they get the free stuff. Ask them if they like the free stuff. Sell them more stuff. Does that seem pretty simple? It is when you look at it that way. When you look at it from like, oh, I need a website, I need to overgate some type form, and I got to get a MailChimp. I'm like, wow, I'm just going to sit down. I'm not going to do any of that. That takes action. So picture this. Now you take the strategies where I'm going to post valuable content, no more hard selling, only helping people. People fill out a form to get your free stuff. It's easy, fast, low risk. You make sure they get access to that stuff. Build rapport with text message. Then you book them on a free consultation call to review that stuff that you gave them for free. Seems pretty simple. Or we keep doing an application, which is high risk, insecurities, lots of questions, low conversion, and then try to book them on a call. Or the worst, I just got my calendar in my bio. So how does it work? Well, without saying all the stuff, you just set a link in your bio. You get access to a free group, a 5-day challenge, a free ebook, a cookbook, a mini course, your 7 favorite things on Amazon. It doesn't matter. You give free stuff because your ideal client wants that free stuff from you. They give you the name, number, and email. They enter into your CRM system to some degree. This is what we do. But it's not about whether you're using a system or not. I don't have to sell my system. It sells itself because the idea of it works. But I would rather you manually text somebody today and use your personal number. Like, hey man, I got some free stuff. You want it? Yeah, just shoot me over your number and I'll text it to you because it's too big to send inside DM. Because as soon as you can get out of DMs and into text message, it's the most intimate form of communication we can have. Because there's a lot of people you met, the bar, you'd be like, I ain't giving you my number. What you got to remember is that the people that follow you want to learn from you. That's why they follow you. But if you don't give them a chance to learn from you, because the only chance you give them is to buy from you, then they're never actually going to get inside your ecosystem. So here's an example of lead magnet number 1. You can do a free community. You can do a Facebook group, Discord, Circle, school, WhatsApp, Telegram, just a community. Pretty simple. Our entire foundation of AR started on Facebook groups. Because if I had 30 applications a year, but I got 300 Facebook group members, I'd rather have 300 conversations than 30. Wouldn't you? If I can just talk to them, I can sell them. What sounds better to your lead? Joining a free community and connecting with peers? Or sharing every insecurity being sold to through an application? Which one do you think get more leads? Hopefully that's something you think you should write down. Gratitude goes down the ladder. Insecurity is the biggest emotion attached to fitness. Who loves the way they look? Who's willing to stand up and take their shirt off? Okay. Lead magnet number 2. You create a free ebook, right? Catchy title. ChatGPT can help you knock this out. Okay. You do a free ebook. Free game. Today, I want you to post a poll in your story saying you just wrote an ebook on achieving XYZ goal for ideal client. And once you put a poll up, I want you to ask people to vote on that. And I want you to DM all those people because they're now warm leads. And they're like, Mike, I got an ebook. ChatGPT is just a click a button away. Conversation over applications. If I can just talk to them, I can sell them. Lead magnet number 3. You do a free mini course or a challenge. Right, this is exactly what Ruben sets up for everybody inside the blueprint. Pro tip here, if you add videos to this, you will build extreme trust because no one's going to buy from you until they buy into you. Videos are so powerful. If you ain't posting talking head videos and you're scared, you're going to be broke. Period. For those that like copy, add a link in your bio where somebody wants to join a free group or get a lead magnet. People fill out the form. low friction, zero sales pitch, they become a warm lead. Congratulations, it's that easy. Manually or auto text a warm lead with custom messaging on why they joined the group or got the free lead magnet. Warm lead responds. If you're using AR, an automated system, it should automatically remove them. You then inquire about why the warm lead joined the group or got the lead magnet. Appointment set them, book a call, great. They just became a hot lead. Then you need to send either manual text or auto text messages leading up to the call to dramatically reduce no-shows, because 80% of your buyers need between 5 and 12 points of contact before they're going to purchase from you. Congratulations, you just got a client. Pro tips. Ask questions when somebody fills out a form. Hey Jess, Ashley here with XYZ Coaching. I want to make sure you got the link to the Facebook group. Did the link work for you? Somebody just told me you were having trouble. But they were having trouble. Not be like, welcome to the group. See you later. You trying to sell this person. I need you to court them. You got to ask them questions. You can't just walk to somebody and be like, you look good. You got to ask them where they live, what do you like to do. You got to get them to buy into you. Ask questions. Hey, just saw you got the ebook on learning more about tracking macros. I want to make sure you get the most out of it. Are you trying to lose body fat right now? Or are you more of in a muscle building phase this summer? Thanks again, Ashley. Ask questions. Add value. Value, value, value. Hey, I wanted to send you a short video on tracking macros I just made for my client. She loved it and said it made tracking so much easier for her, so I figured I'd just share it with you. Crushed it today. Misspelled word on purpose. Followed up with correct. Oh, by the way, that's automated. You got to become human, even in automations, to still make a human connection. Don't be perfect. Be real. I just posted a new YouTube video of my client Sarah, who's a mom of 2 who needed help with her self-sabotaging. It's called my 3-step self-sabotaging solution. Here's the link if you want to check it out. Adding value. Follow up. This is where everybody falls. Everybody falls. Because you're like, oh man, and it takes me back. I want to make sure this isn't a bot. You're a real person, right? That is number 1 for us. Number 1. Yeah, I'm a real person. Sorry, I was just busy. Because that ain't automated. Because who would send that as an automation? That's strange. Be strange. Hey, so to make sure I have the right number. This is such and such, right? I'm questioning who you are. I'm like, yeah, I'm me. Yeah, that's me. Okay, I was just curious. You know, you was looking, you said you got this free thing. I just want to make sure you got it. If you'll treat your business like you do your fitness, you'll get 1% better every day. If you treat your business like you do your fitness, you'll get 1% better. Because the first time you squatted, it sucked. And you showed up the next day, you did something else. Next week you squat again, and again, and again. And now it probably still sucks. But you feel a lot better about it. That's probably how you feel about your business. But as long as you're better than you were yesterday, and I didn't expect Ruben to actually say that, which is odd, but that's like the number 1 thing I say. However you spend your first 4 hours of your day is probably what's successful inside your life. It's your first 4 hours in business, it's your first 4 hours sleeping, it's your first 4 hours working out. I thought about the other day. I work out every morning. It's my first thing. I worked out this morning. I'd probably say my physique's probably better than my business. That's because it gets the first attention. So where are you putting your energy? Where's your 1% going? Is it towards more sleep? Is it towards learning something? Is it reading a book? Is it YouTube? Is it taking action? Is it filming? Is it doing something productive to help you go in that direction? So my question to you is like, where is your 1%? Because if you're in shape and you show up to the gym every day and you know you don't like the way you look, but you still show up, Congratulations. Like, that's being a business owner. Look in the mirror and go, I look fucking amazing. How is anything else in your life gonna be better? You have too high of standards. That's why you're at this event, that's why you're in fitness. Settling is not your nature, so you're not gonna settle on anything you do in your content. You're always gonna dislike it. Ruben, how much stuff you put out that's high quality, you're like, it could be better?
All of it.
Listen, I posted plenty of selfies, like, man, I just wish I was a little bit, right? So I always say, like, hey, like, focus on IG, because TikTok, people are not in the right buying mode. They're in entertainment mode. Facebook's just a little bit more difficult. Unless you're focused on an older demographic, that's where I would really go. Again, ideal client. Most people have an Instagram, and they're in a different mindset there than they are on TikTok.
When it comes to the photo you're kind of talking about going through at the bank at the beginning, we're often taught about like how, you know, your body's like a billboard for your business, but you're also talking a little bit about like kind of like dressing the part of like your ideal client. So I kind of want to ask you, like, you kind of talk about, you know, tank top, sports bra, things like that. I know like Ruben, his picture has like him in it, and you can see a little bit, but also you have like kind of like the suit on to kind of figure it boss.
Who's your ideal client?
My ideal client, people probably ages 30 to 50.
Probably.
Yes.
Okay. So they're 30 to what?
30 to 50
30 to 50 men or women?
men.
Okay. Looking at your physique, I would be shirtless, smiling, looking right at the camera.
Okay,
saying,
so
this is
it
what
would
you
be
want to
shirtless.
become. Yeah. For sure, because you're attracting men.
Okay.
So men want to be ripped. And you're not like 270-pound bodybuilder.
Yeah.
You have like an aesthetic physique. I can see your biceps popping right now. So it's like, I would definitely lean into that and be like,
Okay.
I'm who you want to become.
Okay.
I don't want you to embody that, right? But like, that is what you're trying to put on.
Okay.
So 1,000% I would go shirtless posted.
Great.
Okay, so piggyback on that, I serve women, I should wear tank top then.
Yeah.
Okay. And then another thing with
Smiling, never smiling.
Okay.
'Cause otherwise you're gonna be like this bald-headed beard dude just.
so another thing, in the actual content, should it be pictures of my clients? Should I be in the video with the client? Or like, how should that kind of mixture be? If like scrolling through the page, like, oh, I work with women, it's like, well, I only see women. Where are you in the video working with women? Like,
Well, it should be you, because people are buying you, not your results, and not your clients. They're buying you. So you should be in there with them, and you can showcase them on there, but you need to be like 75% of your content. But you're speaking to women. Right? Everything you do is a reflection of you. So if you're posting something where it's like you looking hard, it's going to negate the women. Like, you got to be the big teddy bear. You got to be the bubbly guy. Because women ain't hiring the macho dude unless it was a referral. Because I'm not going to, like, you don't get approached at the bar. All right? If you were 160 pound small dude, you would get approached. But the big dude don't get approached at the bar. He gets asked how much protein he eats, how much he benches. Right? So it's like, just understand life is just online. So just imitate what would happen in real life in your content.
Okay, just a follow-up question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
We gotta interject. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do now, first off, everybody, let's give a round of applause. This is going to wrap up our general Q&A. Whoever has a VIP ticket, you get to have an exclusive Q&A with Coach Mike in the back room right here. We're gonna wrap up right now. Mike's gonna go in the back room. If you're a VIP guest, if you pay for that ticket, follow Mike down this hall and around the room, and you'll be able to have an exclusive Q&A with Coach Mike. Everyone else. What is up, YouTube? We are here at Fitboss Weekend Live with my man Mike. What's up, Mike? My man Baker. Yo, and we are here about to crush it this weekend. We're so excited. Get ready, like, subscribe, stay tuned.